So, hello and welcome to our fantastic announcement of our Pride display competition for the winners for 2025. I'm really delighted, as usual, to have Kat McLennan, who's our visual merchandising associate with us, who's been judging with us. Hi, Kat.
Hello.
And also, fantastically, we've got Jacob Miller all the way from Australia, back from his Churchill Fellowship tour of thrift stores around the world. And Jacob has joined us as a judge this year too. So, hi, Jacob, welcome.
Hello, great to be here.
Lovely to have you. So, as always, it's been fantastic to see charity retail celebrating Pride. Was there any sort of particular thoughts or standouts for you this year, guys?
For me, it was just great to be a part of it this year and to really kind of watch each of the windows and displays with more detail than I'd done in the past. So I was thrilled to be a part.
Yeah, it was really great to see such a wide range of charities and different types of shop windows, and the creativity that everyone brought to it was really great to see. So yeah, really brilliant.
Fantastic. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we'll go through. We've got, as usual, we've got a few special mentions before we do the big three top prizes. So if you just bear with me 1 second, I will share my screen. So here we go. So first special mention, and I think they've had a special mention before, is Florence Nightingale Hospice Charity, and we all loved this window, didn't we? This particular shop with the great painting on the windows. I know that's something you talk about quite a lot, isn't it, Kat?
Yes, I mean it's just introducing that extra layer into the windows, which is really interesting as you're walking along the pavement to see into the store. And this one in particular is just so fun and joyful and celebratory. Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, great. And Jacob, your eye was caught by the that fabulous skirt, wasn't it?
Yeah, so many great colors and the colors in the backdrop. And it was really nice to see a window with just kind of one mannequin and not overpopulated, but done really well. And as you said, Vicky, I'd probably wear that outfit.
It would suit you definitely. So, uh, the next slide. We've got a special mention again for Big C Cancer Charity, and we had lots of entries from lots of different shops, and we always love it when you can really feel that the charity's completely got behind Pride and it's got behind the competition. And we had some great examples here of some of the shops that Big C entered. You particularly liked the central mannequin, didn't you, Kat?
Yes, I just thought it was just such a great outfit, nicely styled, and then some real sort of creative crafting going on by adding the flowers onto the skirt. And it's just always something to look at in windows like this, isn't there? There's just so much, there's a lot going on, but
Yeah.
your eye can be drawn around the space. So yeah, really great.
Yeah. So
And
well
for
done.
me,
Sorry, go on.
For
Go
me,
on, Jacob.
no, that's fine. For me, not everyone is bright and full of colors at Pride. You know, we all have different personalities. So to see a black mannequin in a Pride window, I thought took a bit of
Yeah.
courage, but was perfectly appropriate.
Yeah, that would be me. I love my black, but I actually also have that very t-shirt. I own that t-shirt, so that's definitely man. And I don't mind a tutu either. Have to say from time to time. So next special mention is Isabel Hospice, and they are a fantastic hospice in lots of ways, and they do so much work around EDI, and they always really again embrace the Pride competition. So again, some great examples here, and I think we did a special mention particularly for the clearance outlet last year, Kat, didn't we? About it was a really
Yeah.
simple display, but one that was really sort of replicable and shows that clearance shops don't have to not be part of things like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really impactful window down at the bottom there, and a really easy to maintain, but interesting to look at as well. And yeah, I love the balloons. Like every window's got like a different feel to it. So, the Isabel Hospice did great across all their stores.
Yeah, absolutely. And I particularly like the couple on the left as well. I thought they looked quite cool, nicely. So just nicely sort of formulated outfits, and they look like they're about to have a good day. They look like the sun's shining on Pride on this one.
And another tutu for you, Vicky, and of course the
Exactly.
balloon outfit for me.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta love a tutu. And so into our top three, and in third place, St Peter's Hospice North with this really simple but quite impactful window. Jacob, do you want to tell us what you liked about this one?
I loved this window, Vicky. I think for me, it's really highly shoppable. Each of those tops can be picked up and replaced straight away. It's replicable. I think, so many people can be inspired by this to do that again next year. But I also just like the simplicity of having the white mannequins at the front. I think it really lets your eye kind of focus on the rainbow and not be distracted. So yeah, I absolutely loved this.
Yeah, great. Kat, did you have any other thoughts on this
I
one?
mean, I agree everything with everything that Jacob just said, and I just love the contrast between the brightly coloured tops and then the just very simple plain white outfits in front as a visual configuration that works so well and makes every article stand out in the window, which is the job of a window, really, isn't it, to sell the product?
It is. And from a very simple window to one that's obviously had a huge amount of work and has got loads of product. And actually, these were our winners last year. So Highland Hospice in Forest. Kat, do you want to talk us through this amazing window?
Just look at it. I mean, it's just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it must have taken so much pre-thought, and that's what I love about it. There's a real you can tell the design has been really thought through, and they must have spent months collecting all the product in the right colours, and saved it all up. The heart shape with all the articles stuck down is just stunning. It looks beautiful, and I loved how then the rainbow came down the stripes on the block or piece of furniture that's in the corner, and then just sort of radiated out across the window at an angle as well, which really helps your eye is just drawn all the way along those colours up to the heart shape. I mean, it must have had people stopping and staring outside from the pavement looking in because, yeah, absolutely loved it. And I also really loved that they shared photos of the team creating the window as well, because it's always really interesting to see and shows how much work and effort has gone into this one.
Definitely. And I know this shop and it's a very big window, so it's quite a challenge to fill anyway. And like you said, they've done that really, really well. Jacob, was there anything that you loved about this window?
I think when we started the competition, I said, I'd love to see some windows that aren't just textile.
Yeah.
And this has
Yeah.
answered that. So many products that you see in our stores, people can see in that window. So I absolutely loved that while this window itself is not shoppable, it lends to all of the products that are inside the shop.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it also shows, I mean, obviously this is done for Pride, but it shows the power of colour blocking, doesn't it, for when you're merchandising in for any time of year or, just how impactful it can be, and particularly in like non-hanging products as well. So it's fantastic to see. So well done to all the team at Highland Hospice Forest. So our first prize, our winner for this year is Mary's Living and Giving in Islington. And we all chose this one. And Jacob, do you want to talk us through what it was that we and you particularly liked about this window?
Yeah, there are so many things. I think for me, this year particularly, we have had a large public discourse about trans rights, and to see that boldly represented in the window was something that I truly admired. But also that message was brought back to the Save the Children brand about protecting trans youth and standing with every child. So I absolutely love that. But also it's just a great window, that kind of glittery black drop to let the product stand out, the blue and the pink, which I've kind of sported this evening in Australia. Yeah, I love this window.
Yeah, absolutely. Kat, what were your thoughts about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think this was just a brilliant example of a really strong message told in a very creative and impactful way. So it's got both of those things going on at the same time, which is quite a tricky thing to do, but they've executed it so brilliantly, and the message comes across in such a strong strong way. It just jumped out immediately as soon as we were looking at all the entries. And yeah, I like the contrast between both of them. They're both, each window feels quite different, but it's telling a really good message. So yeah, well done. Mary's Living and Giving. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I think, I think like you said, Jacob, I think it's a brave thing for them to do, because this is, it is a a hot topic. It is something that, people debate, and I think it's really great to see a charity, standing up and fighting for the rights of children, and all children, so including trans kids in this. And I know that, like, last year there was some sort of pushback against Pride windows in charity shops, and obviously we're in a difficult time at the minute, and so Pride has become more and more important. So to see somebody really embracing that and being bold and talking about the message and sharing what Pride is really about is fantastic to see. So well done, Mary's Living and Giving in Islington. So thank you both for coming along. It's always an enriching thing for me to do this competition. Any kind of final thoughts before we finish up?
Can't wait for next year.
I know.
Yeah, I hope everyone's like gained some like inspiration and ideas of what they can do. I mean, throughout the year, really, as well. But yeah, next year, let's
Yeah.
bring it on.
Yeah, definitely. And we have already got a video on our YouTube channel. If you just search for the Charity Retail Consultancy, there are videos of with all of the entries in. So lots of inspiration. And well done to all our winners. And we'll be sending certificates and prizes and goodies out in the next weeks. So thank you so much, Jacob and Kat. It's been great to judge with you and have you along for the ride. And thank you to everybody who took part in the Pride competition for 2025. And we'll see you next year.